friends, now we will start the last part of this exercise 3.6. Now all the examples I had covered here, I had explained all the examples in a very simple language. I hope that you will understood all the problems, whatever that I had explained. Now let us start the third part of this exercise 3.6. And after completion of this, that is we will have completed this chapter, that is chapter number 3, very descriptive chapter, that is the permutations and the combinations. Now find R if 11C4 plus 11C5 plus 12C6 plus 13C7 is equals to 14CR. Find the value of R. That is, here we will use the formula. What is that formula? N C R minus 1 plus N C R is equals to N plus 1 CR. Now, in this case, we will apply this formula for these two terms. That is 11C4 plus 11C5 plus 12C6 plus 13C7. That is, first these two terms we will apply the formula. Now see this here. Then you will get 12C5. That is 11 plus 1 C5. From these formulas we will have, that is a 12C5 plus 12C6. Then finally you will get 12 plus 1, that is a 13C, 12 plus 1 C6, 13C7, you will get 13C6 plus 13C7, and that is equals to 14CR. Now again we will apply the formula, that is a 13C6 plus 13C7, that is again nothing but the 13 plus 1 C7 is equals to 14CR, and by comparing this you will get the value of R. Only the formula use of the formula is there. It's a very simple one. I hope that you will understand that. Okay. 13CR plus 13C7, that is nothing but the 13 plus 1 C7, and after the comparing you will get the answer, that is R is equals to 7. Now next, problem number 19. Find the value of summation R is equals to 1 to 4 21 minus R C4. Now put here R is equals to 1. 21 minus 1 C4 plus 21 minus 2 C4 plus 21 minus 3 C4 plus 21 minus 4 C4. Then you will get 20 C4, 19 C4, 18 C4 and 17 C4. Now see this last term, that is a 17 CR. We have the formula NCR plus NC R minus 1 is equals to N plus 1 CR. And by using this, we will get 17 C4. What will here? 17 C5. What is here? 17 plus 1, that is 18 C5. Now see this, the value of 17C4 is equals to 18C5 minus 17C5. Substitute the value of the 17C4 . That is the 18C5 minus 17C5. Therefore, 20C4 will take the terms from the above. We get here 20C4 plus 19C4 plus 18C4 plus 18C5 minus 17C5. Now see these two terms. That is 18C4 plus 18C5. 20C4 plus 19C4 plus, again there is a difference in these two terms. That is NCR plus NCR minus 1, and that is nothing but the N plus 1 CR. Therefore 19 plus 1 C5. That is the sum of these two terms by using this formula. Now also we will apply here the same formula here, that is the 20C4 plus. By applying this formula, you will get 19 plus 1, that is the 20C5 minus 17C5. Again apply this formula, 21C5 minus 17C5. Therefore, now evaluate this same formula I am writing there. Now evaluate this, that is the 21 factorial upon 21 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial minus 17 factorial upon 17 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial, and evaluate these. These are the calculations. You can perform this calculation by your own, but you have to show on a paper this type of the calculations. That is a 21 is reduced up to the 16 factorial, and then 16 factorial, this factorial sign I forgot here, I will write here 16 factorial get cancelled. Now here again the 12 factorial. See, this is the cancellation. The terms get cancelled, and you have to perform the calculations. You see these calculations I have performed. You can perform the calculation by your own also. Therefore, the multiplication is 7 into 19 into 9 into 17 minus 17 into 4 into 3 into 30, and perform the calculation. Their multiplication. We get 20,349 minus 6,188, and their subtraction. $14,161. You want to see this calculation. $14,161, and now next number 20. find the differences between the greatest values in the following. That is the find the differences between the greatest values in the following. What is the greatest value of the 14C and 12CR? Now to find out the greatest value, here n is equals to 14, and when it is even, then r is equals to 14 upon 2. To find out always the greater value, we take that is r is equals to n upon 2 when n is even. Then 14C7 at the time has the greatest value. That is a 14 factorial upon 14 minus 7 factorial into 7 factorial. Now this normal calculation is there. You can perform by your own also. Up to the 7 factorial. To the denominator 7 factorial into the remaining terms. Into 7 factorial. 7 factorial get cancelled. By the calculation, you will get 13 into 11 into 3 into 8. That is 3,432. Now the greatest value of another. That is a 12C4. That is r is equals to n upon 2. That is equals to 6. Therefore, 12C6 is equals to 12 factorial upon 12 minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial. Now again 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial, and this upon 6 factorial. These two get cancelled. Again 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 upon 6 factorial. That is a 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. After the cancellations, you can perform the calculations, which is your easier one. Therefore, the difference between their greatest values, that is the 3,432 minus 924. Next is B. That is a 13CR and 8CR. Now to find out the value, here n is equals to r. Therefore, to find out the greatest value when it is odd, greatest values occurs at r is equals to n minus 1 upon 2. that is n is odd, that is a 13 minus 1 upon 2, that is equals to 12 upon 2 is equals to 6. Therefore, r is equals to 6. Therefore, 13c6 is equals to 13 factorial upon 13 minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial. That is a 13 into 7 factorial into 6 factorial. Now cancellations. That is the 13 into 12 into 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 factorial. These two terms get cancelled. And the remaining is a 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Therefore, you can perform the calculations as you can, which is the easier one. Therefore, 13 into 11 into 3 into 4, that is 1716. Now for the greatest value of 8CR, R is equals to n upon 2. Now here n is even, therefore no problem. R is equals to 4. Therefore the 8C4 is equals to 8 factorial upon 8 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial, and that is equals to 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 factorial upon 4 factorial into 4 factorial. Cancellations. Normal calculations are here. You will get 70. Therefore, the difference between the greatest values of 13CR and 8CR is equals to 1716 minus 70, that is equals to 1646. Next is 15CR and 11CR. Now here n is equals to 15 is odd. R is equals to n minus 1 upon 2, and that is equals to 15 minus 1 upon 2. Therefore, n is equals to 7. R is equals to 7. Now, therefore, the 15C7 is equals to reduce up to the 8 factorial, because denominator has also 8 factorial, then we can cancel it. And now this 7 factorial can be written like this. Therefore, 15 into 13 into 3 into 11, that is 6435. Now next is 11CR. Here n is odd, therefore r is equals to n minus 1 upon 2. Therefore 11c5. 11 factorial upon 11 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial. Now extend is up to the 6 factorial, that cancel. Normal calculations are there. That is equals to 11 into 3 into 2 into 7. Therefore 462. The difference between greatest values between 15CR and 11CR is equals to 6435 minus 462, that is equals to 5000. We'll see here. Now the next is (21). In how many ways can a boy invite his 5 friends to a party so that at least 3 join the party? That is the number of friends n is equals to 5. Three or more of them are invited, that is r is greater than or equal to 3. Therefore the number of ways in which a man can invite 5 friends, a boy can invite or man can invite 5 friends, such that three or more friends present. Therefore 5c3 plus 5c4 plus 5c5. 3 पण बोलू शकतो, 4 पण बोलू शकतो आणि 5 पण बोलू शकतो. He may call the 3 friends, 4 friends or the 5 friends. Therefore calculations 5c5 is value is 1. Therefore 5 factorial into 4 into 3 factorial, 2 factorial into 3 factorial. That is equals to 16. A group of suppose if you want to find the answer again. A group consists of 9 men and 6 women, a team of 6 is to be selected. How many of possible selections will have at least 3 women? That is the minimum. 3 women. Let's see this here. A group consists of 9 men and 6 women. Team of 6 that is at least 3 women. It means that 3, 4, 5 that is a 6 C3 and men will be the 9 C3, 4 that is a 6 C4. Then this will be the radius. Every time 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 always. And next is 6 C5, 9 C1 and last is 6 C6. Means all women will be applicable there. Now perform the calculations here. We find the value of 6C3, that is a 20, 9C3, 34, 6C4, that is a 15, 9C2, 36, 6C5 is 6, 9C1 is 9, 6C6 is 1, and you will get the answer. That is equals to 2275. I have not performed the calculations, but you perform their calculations. Now the question number 23. A committee of 10 persons is to be formed from a group of 10 women and 8 men. How many possible committees will have at least 5 women? How many possible committees will have men in majority? At least 5 women, that is a woman can that is we have to found the committee of the 10%. At least 5 means 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can select it. When at least 5, then men will be 5 or 6, 7, 8 or 9. to the 10. At the same time, corresponding male will be, when there are 5 women, then the 5 men. Next is 4, because total must be 10, 3, 2, 1 and 0. Now perform the committee. That is a 10C5. Now in first case, 5 women and 5 men. Therefore the women are 10. 10C5 into 8C5. Therefore you will get 10 factorial upon 10 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial, and here is 8 factorial upon 8 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial. That is 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. Denominator 5 factorial into 5 factorial into 8, 7, 6, 5. That is 5 factorial get cancelled. 14,112. Next is 6 women and the 4 men. 10C6 into 8C4. Now you can perform the calculation. 10 factorial upon 10 minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial into 8 factorial upon 8 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. Now reduce to up to the 6 factorial. 4 factorial into 6 factorial. You will get 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. Now here is a see these cancellations. That is 6 factorial get cancelled. I turn it. 4 factorial get cancelled, numerator and denominator. You can perform this calculation by your own also. So 210 into 70, that is equals to 14,700. This is number 2. Now next condition, 7 women and the 3 men, that is a 10C7 into 8C3. Again perform the same calculations. Extend up to the 7 factorial. 3 factorial into 7 factorial. 8 into 7 into 5 factorial. And the denominator also 5 factorial. That 2 terms get cancelled. These are the calculations. Ten into 9 into 8 upon 6, 8 into 7 upon 1. Therefore, 10 into 12 into 8 into 7. And you will get 6,720. This is third one. That is 10C8 into 8C2. 10 factorial upon 10 minus 8 factorial into 8 factorial. 8 factorial upon 8 minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. That is a 2 factorial, 6 factorial get cancelled. That is a 10 into 18 into 7. That is equals to 1260. Number of calculations are there. Now the next is 9 women and 1 man. Therefore, 10C9 and 8C1. The values are 10 factorial upon 10 minus 9 factorial into 9 factorial into 8 factorial upon 8 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial. Therefore, you get, actually the value is a 10 only, and the value of this is also 8. That is it. 80 will be the answer. 80. And last is only the 10 women's, no men. That is a 0. 10C 10 into 8C0. Therefore, 10C1, that is a 1 into 1. The value of 10C10 is 1. 10C10, 8C0 is also 1. Therefore, the number of committee is equals to, now if we add this, that is a 14,112. Next is 14,700, 6,720 and 1,260, 80 plus 1, and all of this is equals to 36,873. This is the answer, 36,873. Next is now the next is men in majority. That is a 10 women plus 8 men, that is equals to total is 18. To form 8 men and 2 women, that is a 8C8 and 10C2. That is a men will be have, men must have the majority if we select the 8 out of the 8. This is the first possibility. That is equals to 45. Next is 7 men and 3 women. That is a 8C7 and 10C3. 8 factorial upon 8 minus 7 factorial into 7 factorial into 10 factorial upon 10 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. that is equals to, now perform the calculations. 8 into 10 into 3 into 4 and then 720. Number 2. Next is 6 men. Up to the 6 men we can take, because there must be the majority out of the 10. We have to form the committee of the 10. That the 6 is to the 6. There is a majority of the men. 8c6 into 10c4. 8 factorial upon 8 minus 6 factorial into 6 factorial. 10 factorial upon 10 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. Therefore, you will get 8 into 7 into 6 factorial. That is 2 factorial into 6 factorial. 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Get cancelled. The calculations you can perform on your own. Therefore, its value is 28 into 210. That is 5,880. Therefore, the total number of the 45 plus 960 plus 5,880. Therefore, total is 6,885. A question paper has two sections. There is section 1 and section 2. Section 1 has 5 questions and the section 2 has 6 questions. A student must answer at least 2 questions from each section among 6 questions. That is, he has to solve the 6 questions and 2 questions from the each section. How many different choices does the student have in choosing the questions? Now the see this here question paper. It has the 2 sections, S1 and S2. Compulsory questions, that is, questions are 5, questions are 6. Minimum 2 questions from these 2. You must solve the 2 questions from each section. Now the total 6 questions he has to solve. Now only the 2 questions remaining. Now in the first choice, these are the 2 compulsory from each section. Now plus 2, that is equals to 6. That is, he want to select 2 questions, either of section 1, section 2 or 1-1. These are the possibilities. These 2 questions, he has the choice of these 2 questions. That is 1 question from each or the 2 from one of them. The 2 questions has a choice from each section. that is S1 and S2. That is, he will solve that directly two questions and S2 will be the 0. In second case, he will solve one question from each section. In third case, he will solve the 0 question from the section 1, 2 question from the section 2. Now these are the three possibilities. Now let's find out. But what is your 2 questions from the section 1? These are the compulsory questions. These 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Then what will happen in section 1? That is a 2, 2 plus 4 is 2. Here is a 3, 3, 2 and 4. These are the possibilities. That is from section 1, 4. This is, and section 2, 2 questions. This is the first possibility. Next is 3, 3 questions from the both sections. And next is section 1, 2, section 2, 4 questions. Now these can be arranged as 5C4 into 6C2 because section 2 contains the 6 question. Section 1 has a 5 questions plus 5C3 into 6C3 plus 5C2 into 6C4 . That is case 1. Now calculate these are the calculations. 5 factorial upon 5 minus 4 factorial into 6 factorial into upon 6 minus 2 factorial. Now perform the calculations. That is 5 into 4 factorial, 1 factorial upon into 4 factorial. That is it. You can perform the calculations by your own. That is here, that is a 75. First case is 75 chances. Second, that is the 5C2, 5C3 and 6C3. That is, we will solve the 3 questions from each question. And now here see that 3 plus 3 is a 6 question he has to solve. Now again perform the calculations. Therefore, we will get that is equals to 200 for the second case. In third case, that is a 5C2, 2 questions from the section 1 and the 4 questions from the section 2. Now again perform the calculations. That is equals to, therefore the number of chances are 150, and therefore the total 1, 2, 3, then you will get that is 75 plus 200 plus 150, that is a 425. The next is number 25. There are the 3 wicket keepers and 5 bowlers among 22, cricket players. A team of 11 players is to be selected so that there is exactly one wicket keeper and at least 5, at least 4 bowlers in the team. How many different teams can be formed? Now here is among the 22 cricket players, there are 3 wicket keepers, and out of these 3 we can select one. 5 bowlers are there, that is equals to 8. And now 22 minus the remaining are the batsmen. 22 minus 8, that is equals to 40. 14 players, and they are the, I think that they are the batsmen. Therefore, to select 11 players from the team such that it include exactly 1 wicket keeper, and at least 4 bowlers. Now we have only the 2 choices are here. Once in first case we'll take the 4 bowlers, and next we'll take the 5 bowlers. The possible selections are, that is a 1 wicket keeper, plus 4, that is, we write the short form VK, that is wicket keeper, bowler, that is a BN, and the batsman, that is a 6 batsman, BA. Now their selections, 1 wicket keeper. Now next choice will be 5 bowlers and 5 batsmen. The case 1 and case 2. Therefore, in case 1, 1 wicket keeper plus 4 bowlers and 6 batsmen. That is a 3C1 into 5C4 into 14C6, 3 factorial upon 3 minus 1 factorial into 1 factorial. Next is 5 factorial upon 5 minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial. 14 factorial upon 14 minus 6, 6 factorial into, that is a 3 into 2, these two get cancelled, 5 into 4 factorial. Next is 14 factorial upon 8 factorial into 6 factorial. Now normal calculations are there. That is a 15 into these are the 14 factorials can be extended up to the 8 factorial, 8 get cancelled. And now you can perform the calculations with your own. That is equals to therefore you will get in first case you will get 45,045. Now in the second case, that is a 3C1. Now here we will take 5 bowlers and 14C5. The total is again 11 players. That is a 3. The value of this is 3. 5C1. 5C5 is 1. And now we'll calculate here. I had written direct value. 3C1 is 3. 5C5 is 1. Now perform the calculations here. 14 factorial upon 14 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial. Therefore, you will get, that is 3 into 14 into 30 into 11. That is equals to 6006. Now these are the two possible. Therefore, from 1 and 2, 45,000, 45 plus 6,006 is 51,051. Now the next is the last problem. 5 students are selected from 11. How many ways can these students be selected if first is two specified students are selected, two specified students are not selected. This problem is easy one. The number of students is 11. We have to select five students therefore two particular students are included. If two particular students are selected from the rest of, that is a 11 minus 2, that is a 9. The student we have to select now. That is already we want to select 5 students and 2 has been selected. Now we required 3 students from these remaining 9 one. 3 students from these 9. Therefore, the total number of selection is equals to 9C3, that is a 9 factorial upon 9 minus 3 factorial into 3 factorial. That is a 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 factorial upon 6 factorial. Therefore, these get cancelled and you will get the answer. That is equals to 84. The selection of student done in 84 ways. Now the next, when two specified particular student are selected. Now next is if two particular students are not included, then it's very again simple. From the remaining, that is 11 minus 2, then you will get the 9, and from the 9 student we can select the 5 student. That is student we have to select 5, therefore 9C5. That is 9C5, therefore you will get therefore the total number of selection is, that is a 9C5, 9 factorial upon 9 minus 5 factorial into 5 factorial. That is equals to 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 upon 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 factorial. These two get cancelled. Therefore, you will get 126. That is the selection of the student. That is the selection of the student is 126 when two specified students are not selected. And in this way, we have completed these chapters and this last exercise also. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye. In this way, we have completed this chapter and also this exercise 3.6. I hope that you have understood all the problems, whatever that I had explained. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.